I'm just so happy to be alive to see that all the fighting and fussing and crying.
In any case, I'm simply so glad to be alive to see that all the battling and objecting and crying is taking care of. The fight among Tyr and Oprah is by all accounts developing, and the web-based talk factory is working after some time with delicious goodies and speculations. Hypothesis are that Taraji is preparing for a fight in court, pondering a claim against Oprah for purportedly boycotting her, and endeavoring to use impact to quietness her burnt out on being come up short on and abused by the news magnate. Taraji is supposedly prepared to prosecute her. Shocking. While the public veneer among Oprah and Terry may appear to be created, sources propose a stewing, an unpleasant struggle stewing in the background. Oprah makes desolate endeavors to save her face, yet obviously her public clarifications and statements of regret are insufficient for Taraji. You know she, you don't, she go, she's proudly herself. She was the primary terrible BC. Also, the media versatile is considering Taraji liable for what she sees as the movie's disillusionment of Purple. Accordingly, Taraji isn't sitting inactively. She's preparing for what could be a court conflict with the news big shot. For those charmed by the unfurling show, it's obvious that Oprah and Taraji have been taking part in a quiet fight for quite a long time since Taraji voiced her interests about being come up short on Tyr with candor, got down on Oprah for purportedly coming up short on her in Purple. Uncovering the underlying proposition was tremendously discourteous. I'm worn out on buckling down, being charitable at what I do, getting compensated a negligible part of the expense in spite of drawn-out discussions. Oprah and the studio supposedly stay reluctant to meet or pay assumptions. Terry, noticeably baffled, can never again keep up with elegance while getting just a negligible portion of merited remuneration, and she's anxious to take the rest with the assistance of the equity framework thing. And I see how you help one more creation, and it's the ideal opportunity for us to hit the sack. You have no cash. They play in front of you as a brilliant Globe victor and Oscar-chosen one. Taraji divulges the battles looked by entertainers managing Hollywood's ravenousness. She goes past mere pay complaints, revealing insight into opera in the studio. Apparently preposterous assumption for entertainers to drive themselves to set day to day, yet while requesting better and more secure circumstances, Taraji understood that her security and prosperity was excluded into the expense of creation, and assuming there was something Oprah was able to save money on, that was Terry and other entertainers' solace. They gave us rental vehicles, and I was like, I can't drive myself to set in Atlanta. This is insurance responsibility. It's perilous, so I resembled. Might I at any point get a driver or security to take me? I'm not expecting too much. When Terry exposed all of this, it lighted boundless disappointment, since it wasn't the principal occasion of a dark entertainer. Persevering through such difficulties while working under Oprah, Mick was quick to freely defy her in 2009 when she featured in the movie Valuable, co-delivered by Oprah. And you really want to tell that lady I couldn't care less about a title and a place that is not what you cut from. At first, everything appeared all good during the recording of Valuable anyway. Inconvenience emerged during grant seasons when entertainers were supposed to take an interest in special runs. Oprah and Tyler were prominently close-fisted with the special endeavors, declining to pay Monique anything extra for these commitments. Monique legitimately declined to partake in the press run, as it was never important for her unique policy. This choice prompted Oprah and Tyler's central goal to discolor her profession. They overflowed tabloids with accounts depicting Monique as challenging to work with, deterring chiefs and makers from teaming up with her. Steve, my family is experiencing behind this, and you all realize I did nothing out of sorts in a way that would sound natural to Monique. In regards to the press run debate, it truly wasn't about the cash. And I'm not whining on the grounds that I joined to do it. A sign up to do it, do it. She Strauss with my companion when the film studios said we can't pay you to do this. You didn't disapprove of that. This uncovers an example where dark entertainers face difficulties while working with Oprah, featuring an upsetting pattern in Hollywood's treatment of skilled ladies. As a Variety, while has been vocal about this, Taraji is making above and beyond to see the fairness by hauling Oprah to court over pathetic pay time to revise I'm at the base again, like I never did what I recently did, and I'm drained. This would serve a splendid model for other dark entertainers. who are being abused by the business's head honchos, and Lanji's striking move is met with recognition by fans. As one individual remarked, "I respect Taraji for being sufficiently intense to confront Oprah on the grounds that she scares individuals with her strong demeanor, yet it appears to be a ton of other dark entertainers are concurring with Terry." And another client added, "Pay our dark entertainers what they're worth and treat them with the highest regard. That is not hard to do in spite of streamlining things via virtual entertainment land." GP Henson's quarrel with Oprah Winfrey is raising starting gossipy tidbits about a likely claim against the news tycoon. Hypothesis is overlowing that Henson ends to go until the end, since she needs to see a positive change in the film business and more regard towards dark gifts. I'm attempting to give you examples here. Regardless of the public appearance of a warm relationship in the background, Oprah and Henson are purportedly secured in a severe quarrel, and folks, Oprah is giving her all to quiet the dramatization. She said, "It's so upsetting to me. For what reason is my name even in this discussion? 'Cause I have quite recently been the boss for everyone. Here's no thing." Henson, anyway, gave no indications of withdrawing and is supposed to get ready for unlawful fight to protect herself. She even unveiled her underlying hesitance to acknowledge the film because of a rude deal and progressing dealings that neglected to meet her worth. Now, after such a survey of working with Oprah, the medium head honcho's picture is discolored considerably more, and at the time I was unable to say no. I had no influence because they would have been similar to next this core. L mirrors a more extensive example of difficulties and differences looked by dark entertainers in the business. It draws matches with Monique's past battles in the wake of standing in opposition to abuse by Oprah and Tyler Perry during the advancement of valuable with respect to the payhole issue. Monique uncovered that she connected with Henson, as this is a subject she's been talking about for a really long time, and these two had a wonderful visit about Oprah's mistakes. In the end, Monique imparted to the press the obscure message Oprah got captured that happened now. Taraji is allegedly working in the background with Monique, and the one repudiate entertainer is setting up her bold partner to what she's going to confront while transparently going up against Oprah. The chance of unlawful fight against the news big shot is getting genuine, as you see the developing urgency in Taraji's voice, since all frequently when individuals of color get to recount our accounts, we are altered, they don't act. Lois to recount the account. Sources demonstrate that Henson is becoming progressively disappointed with the backfire she's looking after, fearlessly standing up against being both come up short on and abused in Hollywood behind the facade of an apparently neighborly public relationship. Oprah and Henson are as yet snared in an unpleasant fight, which media attempts to conceal. It seems to be the media versatile purposes, generally her association with Save the Face, and conceal the report about potential fight in court. That's right. It will be a terrible, awful exposure for her film, and subsequently she may be losing considerably something other than 2 or 3 huge number of pay. Henson unveiled that she's finished getting into Hollywood rhythm and needs equity. We battled every one of the deterrence, yes, getting compensated less. Then Oprah is supposedly enraged about the negative effect on the film's prosperity, yet it's not in that frame of mind to be thoughtful towards the individuals. Oh, buckled down on set to get us this enchanted, this skirmish. Serious areas of strength for if Henson won't surrender to Oprah's impact and terrorizing. Insider sources recommend that the possibility of lawful activity poses a potential threat as HN positions herself against abuse and promoters for even-handed pay in the vicious universe of Hollywood. The theory is rife that the claim could highlight her pitiful compensation and the ominous working circumstances, possibly flagging a turning point or entertainers who try to voice worries without dreading quick vocation repercussions. They come in, and they add, and it resembles, yet that is not our way of life. Henson intend to leave on an intense streak, prompting legitimately requesting. The legitimate installment obviously comes from her dissatisfaction and the comparative stories she's been hearing from her dark sister in Hollywood, as she said they are finished enduring and I should grin and smile and bear it. That's it. That is the reason I have other e-brands since this industry, on the off chance that you let it will take your spirit. I will not allow that to happen. Various media reports propose that Henson is thinking about legitimate activity to unwind